Good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon, Dr. Mike.
How we doing?
Good, 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 good. So, Mike, today we have one of those immense topics that we're going to condense in 8 minutes, and that we really highly recommend you check out the original article at Mark's Daily Apple. And we're talking about the hugely important topic of gut health and how to improve gut health naturally.
Absolutely. So, first up is what exactly is gut health?
All right, I'll
Uh,
run through those.
yeah, go ahead.
And then you could take the next topic. All right. So, what is gut health? Whenever you have an issue or you want to improve something, you have to kind of define what it is. And gut health is a situation where you have good microbial diversity, meaning you have a lot of different bifidobacter, lactobacillus, and all these different types of bacteria, kind of like a garden where you have all these different types of plants growing with fungi and all these different things that are keeping that um, area diverse. You also want it to not be leaky, not leaky, and we did a whole StreamYard on just leaky gut syndrome, meaning we don't want whole proteins to be able to be absorbed through the gut lining into your bloodstream. You don't want it to be inflamed. Chronic inflammation anywhere is not good, and chronic inflammation in the gut causes, or one of the reasons for leaky gut syndrome. You want good motility, meaning that when you eat, um, you have one or the appropriate amount of bowel movements every day. You don't want it to be too fast or too slow, and of course, you want to be able to absorb the nutrients in an appropriate manner.
Absolutely. And you may be asking, what is exactly good bowel movements per day? The number. It can be anywhere between 1 and 4. I just read that yesterday. So between 1 and 4 bowel movements per day.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mike, why don't you take signs or symptoms of an
sure.
unhealthy gut?
Sure. So, number one is you either have chronic constipation, diarrhea, bloating, or gas. So that's the big one there. Number two is skin problems such as eczema or psoriasis. Three, believe it or not, is there is a lot of depression and or anxiety. Four is allergies. Actually, some cancers are related to unhealthy gut. Mineral deficiencies because you're not absorbing the minerals properly. And the last one is autoimmune disease. Really, really important stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that always amazes me about your gut health and its relationship with depression or anxiety is that most of your neurotransmitters are created in your gut and then they're transported up to your brain. So if your gut is unhealthy, you may have too many of one certain neurotransmitter or too little of a certain neurotransmitter, and can lead towards
Yep,
depression or anxiety.
absolutely.
All
So
right,
why don't you, yeah, take the next one. How do we improve gut health naturally?
that's important. It's a process for sure, but you want to take prebiotics or fermentable fibers. And what prebiotics basically are is the food for the good bacteria, and that comes in the form that comes in your food. You could take prebiotics in the pill form, in powder form, but it's basically certain fibers that we cannot digest, but the good critters in your stomach can. You want to consume fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut and kombucha and those types of things. They don't have to be huge quantities either. A couple tablespoons a day to just provide that area with all these beneficial bacteria.
Yep.
Uh, polyphenol polyphenol rich foods that polyphenols are all those antioxidants that come in vegetables and fruits, and that tends to help a wide variety of the microbiome. And lastly, you want to consume skin, bones, and broth. Basically, what they're talking about here is bone broth, because those components heal heal gut lining and keep and help to have a healthy gut. So consuming those on a regular basis, eating the little nasty fiddly bits, as Rob Wolf would say, is a really good idea on a regular basis.
Absolutely. So the things that we want to avoid, they would seem like to be kind of common sense, but I just want to run through top three. Ultra processed food, so fast food, stuff that is on the inside of the supermarket aisles. Uh, a lot of times, what we tell people when we do lectures is, if you can't, if it's on the label of ingredients and you can't pronounce it, you really shouldn't be eating it. So, ultra processed food. Number two is artificial sweeteners, such as sucralose, aspartame. The This doesn't pertain to the um, sweeteners that are really made from nature, like stevia or lohan or monk fruit. And the last one is gluten containing grains. So you really want to try and avoid gluten at all costs because the body reacts to it. It's not the same gluten that our grandparents and great parents ate, but more it is just very, very, very processed these days, and our body reacts to it, and it goes right through that lining that Noah was talking about.
All right, let's finish off these last couple of things. Other tips, Mike, together. Practice good oral hygiene.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're brushing your teeth, your tongue, flossing, all those things. Consider supplementing with probiotics. So probiotics are the little critters that are in the guts, and the prebiotics are what feed those little critters. And we share our body with them with the probiotics.
Yep. Don't be too sanitary. So what that means is when you're fiddling around in your garden and you got your hands in the dirt, don't be freaked out. I would recommend not wearing gloves when you're in the garden. Get that dirt in your hands. There's beneficial bacteria in that dirt. Um, you That's a good example, but not being too sand. You could remember there's a microbiome on your skin. There's a microbiome in your eyes. There's a microbiome in your nose. There's a microbiome in your mouth, in your ears, under your arms, everywhere. And if you're too sanitary, you're not allowing that microbiome to just flourish the way it's supposed to.
Yep. Another tip is reduce your stress and improve sleep. And we've done multiple Facebook lives on sleep and reducing stress. So you want to really work on reducing stress and improving sleep.
And the final one, because so many people struggle with this, is consider working with an expert if you're really struggling with those signs or symptoms that
Yeah,
Dr. Mike outlined. It's that important.
absolutely. We do have, I don't have it with me right now, but we do have our own Health Coaching Academy brand of probiotics. It is amazing, amazing product.
Yep. We're open today from 3 to 6. And let's not forget, Mike, tomorrow at 6:15 on the same area on our Facebook Live channel, we are doing our first ever full form guest lecture presentation with Mike Stanlaw from Stanlaw Fitness.
Absolutely. 6:15. Be there.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.